This supernatural chaos disrupting your carefully curated afterlife is not a curse to be banished, but an invitation to embrace the messy joy you denied yourself in death. And true peace requires not maintaining spectral order, but letting the living world's vibrancy seep into your bones until haunting becomes healing. In Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun, Lily Harper Hart delivers a cozy paranormal mystery that transforms the ghostly whodunit trope into a luminous exploration of posthumous reclamation and communal belonging, proving that in realms defined by unfinished business, liberation isn't found in moving on, it's forged in the radical act of staying present when eternity demands you fade. This isn't merely another quirky ghost tale with punny titles. It's a psychologically precise narrative where every poltergeist prank feels like both symptom and sacrament. Consent to belong is negotiated through mutual recognition rather than assumed hierarchy, and love means honoring the soul beneath the shroud when tradition demands you remain tragic. From the first ectoplasm-scented narration, listeners are immersed in a world where memory is magic and presence is the only true resurrection. Perfect for fans of emotionally intelligent, cozy paranormal mysteries and stories where female agency defies mortal expectations, this audiobook serves up atmospheric whimsy, relentless emotional honesty, and protagonists whose journey from restless spirit to sovereign guardian resonates with anyone who's ever been told their grief was too loud for polite society. When newly deceased Elara Vance refuses to cross over after her untimely passing, she expects solitary haunting, not to discover her lingering presence mirrors the exact suppression she endured in life, and the grumpy medium Julian Thorne, assigned to resolve her case, carries wounds that bypass spectral protocol to create space for a connection that defies metaphysical boundaries. But as they navigate haunted festivals and buried attractions, Elara realizes this afterlife isn't about resolution, it's about recalibration. Hart masterfully avoids reducing Elara to vengeful specter or Julian to exasperated skeptic. Instead, she crafts a relationship rooted in radical reciprocity within constraint, where trust is earned through honoring boundaries even as desire blurs them, and intimacy emerges from seeing each other beyond assigned roles. The audiobook narration amplifies this emotional alchemy, capturing Elara's ethereal composure softening into genuine receptivity, and Julian's guarded pragmatism revealing warmth beneath stoic vigilance. You don't just hear their bond deepen, you feel the seismic shift of two souls learning that some connections can only be forged when you stop letting mortality define you. What elevates Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun beyond typical cozy paranormal fare is its nuanced portrayal of the afterlife as collaborative creation rather than nostalgic purgatory. Elara isn't merely accepting attention, she's confronting how respectability culture taught her to equate worth with compliance, challenging the notion that peace requires emotional erasure. Julian doesn't release her through ritual, he creates sanctuary where her contradictions can exist without judgment, honoring her autonomy even as his own walls crumble. Their relationship evolves through acts of radical reciprocity, sharing silences during midnight vigils that bypass performance, establishing rhythms that protect both spiritual integrity and emotional safety, and defending each other from skeptics who mistake evolution for delusion. Supporting characters add vital texture, fellow ghosts whose loyalty encodes suppressed grief, living residents whose discretion carries intergenerational weight, even the town itself, rendered as liminal archive whose cobblestones absorb centuries of unspoken bargains. Every interaction reinforces the novel's core truth. In economies built on closure, tenderness is technique, and presence is the only sustainable resource. Even the mystery mechanics serve thematic depth, with spectral clues mirroring emotional attunement and seasonal hauntings becoming metaphors for earned trust. For audiobook listeners, this production is pure auditory effervescence with substance. The narrator embodies Elara and Julian with remarkable distinction. Ilara's voice carries crystalline intelligence laced with dawning abandon, while Julian's low timbre trembles with suppressed tenderness beneath disciplined cadence, making their chemistry palpable even across dimensional divides. Sound design enhances atmosphere without overwhelming immersion. Distant wind chimes marking temporal rhythm, rain against attic windows during vulnerable confessions, the hushed rustle of fabric syncing with breath during moments of clarity, all anchor emotional stakes in sensory reality. Pacing mirrors the cadence of spectral integration, deliberate during reflection and alliance building, then surging with urgency as external pressures collide with internal breakthroughs. Whether you're commuting through mortal routines or sitting in twilight solitude, the audiobook creates a portable sanctuary where slowness feels sacred and connection feels lifeline. It's storytelling as embodied validation, transforming passive listening into active participation in a love story that honors both duty and desire. Press play, light the candle, and prepare to believe that even in landscapes shaped by absence, hearts still find ways to haunt beautifully. Your next favorite cozy isn't waiting in perfect resolutions, it's waiting in the brave, trembling choice to honor the mess.